Hello, everyone, and welcome to another debate episode, a podcast originally by DAMAC Properties. Tonight we are in Ramadan Layali tent. I want to dive into how women breaking barriers in real estate and what intrigued you to actually start diving into real estate investments.
Because I started come to Dubai 12 years ago, and that time I was a TV presenter with CCTV. And then, like everyone's story, you never thought about like I would just stay here for 1 or 2 years. Then we all ended up like more than 10 years here, and I never actually pay attention about like every year you paying the rent, and you did not think about actually the rent it just goes to the water. You don't own the property. And then I had few trips back to China, and my family always loved to invest in different properties. And I just look at in the market, like in China, we have few properties in different areas, and I look at the return of the investment. I feel like it's okay, but it was not that much high. And then I look back at the Dubai market, at the property. I was like, okay, you know what, like maybe I make a little bit change. It was a trend actually that time. I was with few girlfriends, like we're a group, and all of us, like we buy in property. Like I literally have zero knowledge. I just follow them. And just 2 years, like each of us, like we made half a million. And that's how it started, like the whole journey of me digging to the property market.
Olga, I'm interested to know what defines a dream home for a luxury buyer.
Okay, so the luxury property, by definition, I think it kind of moves away only being the property itself. In Dubai, I think it actually depends on exclusivity and location. Because, for example, on the Palm Jumeirah, if we talk about it, some of the locations like Yomi, it's a villa community. People want to be there not just necessarily because there is an amazing modern villa, but because of the neighbors and the lifestyle it's going to offer. Or like G-Front, it's called Billionaires Row. Why? It just the neighbors are going to be there. So I feel also that, to be honest, Dubai luxury segment is still baby stage. And there is an explanation for it because people never considered Dubai for, final destination. People were not moving families. They were not coming here for long term. It was always kind of, it's here, it's trade. I come, go, trade show, finance. I come for the meetings, transient. And I think it's only about 3-4 years that people started considering for a long-term move. And I think we will see luxury properties, like in true definition, I have seen only a few. And I want to emphasize that the price tag does not necessarily mean luxury. And international buyers are coming from the pool entire world. They've been to Singapore, Miami, New York, London. They know what's an international standard for the property should be. So I would say it's build quality, architecture, design, and the location and exclusivity together defines what makes the property really luxurious.
Suki, you started as a presenter, a media influencer, a social media influencer, etc. In real estate, is that agents and brokers are becoming influencers. They are out there talking about the properties, making sure that they create a lot of content, making sure that they have a lot of followers, a lot of viewers to attract more buyers and investors. It's a new wave that we're seeing. Their role is to educate. Besides obviously showcasing properties, it's education, it's raising awareness, it's the do's and don'ts.
Yeah, I think like people, the audience at least, like they've pretty much interested, like because they always put themselves in a position like maybe they already have it, or maybe in the future they want to have it, the property. It's gonna be the whole, like the process for them is the same what they're gonna get through. So a lot of people, like when I pay the DD 4%, and then you're waiting for your OCUD or your title D, like the whole thing. It's because especially we have a lot of investors like overseas, they're not even living here, so they did not understand what is the whole process gonna be like. So when you give them a lot of education about this, it doesn't matter like it's a little bit or like they I mean, I was really impressed when I've receive all of these DM when I was doing the trustee, and then like the transaction, getting the manager check and all of this, because it's something super super new for them as well. Then you feel like, well, actually, I could give so much advice like for those people, and they find it so useful.
Olga, would you say that women versus men buyers has changed over the last years, or are we still behind? And if we are, why do you think so?
No, I actually think that the women buyers, the trend is increasing, and there are two major reasons for that. Number one, that overall women are starting to take more risk. A lot of women are going into entrepreneurial endeavors on all kinds of industries, not only real estate, and they are doing well in it. They're successful at it, so they now have that financial independence where they think, "What am I gonna do?" And also that a lot more women are in leadership roles.
Now, if I were to look for a property, would I would go for an off-plan or a ready property?
Before you buy the property, I think it's extremely important. You need to ask yourself, what is the purpose that you buy the property? You want to live in self, it's like, or you want to just to do an investment, because it's gonna end it up with totally different strategy. If it is the property that you wanted to stay in, so you really need to know what exactly is your needs. You know, for example, today you're a woman with a family, so it's like, okay, studio and one bedroom for sure is not gonna be an ideal option for you, because this is the place where you're gonna call it home. But if today you wanted to do short-term flipping, or you wanted to do, let's say, like long-term, you want to park your money there. So you really need to select the right one, and then to choose it right, and then you just do the investment, and then you look carefully at the payment plan. You ask yourself, can I really afford this? You know, due to the different installment. So, but back to the key question is the first question, like the purpose of buying the property.
Like we have companies such as Pripco, the company that was founded and started by Amira Sajwani, you know, the CEO and the founder of Pripco. So they actually advise you depending on your objective, and they showcase a large selection of properties depending on the price, depending on the location, etc. And they even rent it for you. So I believe companies such as Pripco would actually pave the way for any investor. What are the main small nitty-gritty details that we wouldn't even think of, and you see that was either quite shocking or quite intriguing, in fact?
You know, I actually would say that it's meant for pay attention to like what kind of stone it was or whatever. Women, they say like, you know, I love the house, but I want to feel it at home. And you can have an outstanding villa which ticks all of their requirements because you qualify them. You ask them what you like, closed kitchen, open kitchen, how many bedrooms, etc., etc. And you come in and you say like, this is it, this is what you need. And they come in, but I don't feel the energy. I don't feel that it's home. So women are emotionally based, and they make them decisions based on emotions. And sometimes, you know, you were talking about the CEO, CFO, and we just say like, who is the decision maker? And they say, well, my wife. And if you want to come to the viewing with your wife, please let's reschedule, and you both come, because it's just going to be a waste of time for both of us, because we know who at the end is going to have.
Decide.
Yeah, you know, like, but it is. Sometimes you come in like, I don't feel the energy of this place, and you cannot justify. You say like, I cannot, unless it feels right for you, there's nothing I can do.
Can I add something on this? You know, because I come from the background with, you know, like Chinese investor.
Yes.
What I found is like super interesting is like, because maybe the culture, like we just love buying properties. And you know, one certain career is super big in China is feng shui master, because that defines how the house, the energy, because every single person, you have different elements in your body. So I have certain like feng shui master, which is my secret. I'm not going to share. I found it extremely. Exactly. This is extremely important, you know.
But give us some tips.
This is
give us some
influencer
tips.
talking. Like, follow me, and then I'll tell you.
Exactly.
That counts somewhere.
Follow debate, and she will tell you. But really, like, we need just a few tips for our viewers. What are your Chinese buyers looking for? Is it
Okay, I tell you something like super interesting. One of these developers, I wouldn't mention the name, like their hotline is end with 44444, which number 4 in Chinese means death. So it's extremely unlucky number. If you go to China, you will see like a lot of buildings. They
The
don't
number
have
4 means
number
death.
4 means death in Chinese.
Wow.
So we love number 8, but we hate number 4. So for example, like the floor on the 4th floor, the Chinese, they don't like it. 404, we hate it.
Or even if we're still talking about the social marketing, how do
Yeah.
we market it to them using knowledge of their cultural
Exactly.
particularities? You know, it could be, you know, the project targeted toward Chinese. All of them are 8. You know, 888 starting from ground
Exactly.
up.
If you notice,
My favorite number, so there we go.
because 8, the number 8 in Chinese means like you're gonna be rich. So everyone
Oh,
loves
that's
this
amazing.
number.
Sort of like infinity.
Yeah, exactly.
Number
And
8 it is.
Number 8 is just, you know, like everything is like goes to a very positive way. So I think, yeah, it's like very relevant with the culture as well. Yeah.
The market now is attracting a lot of Chinese buyers.
Nowadays, it's like, make a guess how many Chinese company I have every month just coming here. We have more than 100 Chinese company coming. Yes, and then with all of these numbers of delegation, they come here, you know, they do like this due diligence, you know, they do their business meeting. At the same time, they always like, oh, by the way, I wanted to buy a few properties here.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, ladies, I really enjoyed our discussion, but we're going to have to wrap it up. I look forward to more discussions, but if we were to leave our viewers and our followers with one statement today, during Ramadan, the holy month in Dubai, talking about real estate, what would you say, Olga?
Well, Ramadan is a time for reflection, and I'm going to tie it into the social media. I feel I'm not an influencer. I'm not on the social media in terms of influencing, but social media sometimes brings a lot of noise. So take your time and see through who you who you relate to, who brings the same values, and basically reflect on what you choose to believe. Again, too much noise sometimes creates too much headaches.
Very inspiring and very much needed, in fact.
Well, I would just tell the audience to come to the DAMAC tent. We have special offers here. See, this is a special. We have special offers here. That's a Ramadan offer. Because I was, you know, by the time I just walking by, I see like different payment plan. I find it super like attractive.
That's true. So that's spot on. That is spot on. You see, that's an influencer.
We have to learn, you know, and
She does not waste a minute.
Yeah, always ask the agent. It's not going to lose anything, you know. Ask your agent.
Absolutely. Well, Suki and Olga, it's been an absolute pleasure. And for our viewers and audience, thank you so much for tuning in for another debate episode from Layali Ramadan tent, DAMAC Properties. Please join us at DAMAC Hills. We're waiting for you. We have amazing offers. And Ramadan Kareem. Thank you.